pride is one of the main things that is keeping people lukewarm in their faith. Now, hear me out, because this used to be me. I lived my life where I was dependent upon God in 90% of the things in my life, but there was 10% that I was extremely proud of, and I got fulfillment out of the pride that I had in what I achieved and what my work looked like, because for me, it was my work. For me, it was the material possessions. It was the things that I had. It was the status that I had. I was proud of that. I thought I did that by my own power, by my own understanding. I didn't recognize that it was by God's blessing in that sector. Maybe I said it out loud that I recognized it, but in my heart, I thought I did it by my own strength. There was also in that 10% things that I thought that I could overcome without dependency upon God, without putting my pride aside and saying, God, I need your help with this. There were certain sins, certain challenges that I faced in my life, especially when it come to work, that I thought, hey, I got this. I can do this by my own power, by my own strength. But what it truly looks like to crucify your flesh, pick up your cross and follow Christ, is to have utter and total dependency upon Christ. There's not a single thing in your life that has come by your own power and by your own understanding and by your own strength. Recognize that it came from Christ and Christ alone. And you can't overcome a single thing in your life without Christ to support you, where you lean on the Holy Spirit in these situations, especially sin. You need God's guidance. You need God's help. You need to just lay it all on the table and say, God, please help me with this. That is what it looks like to crucify your flesh and draw near to Christ. It wasn't until I put my pride aside and I started living in total dependence upon Christ that is when the Holy Spirit moved in my life and changed my heart. I stopped having interest in the things that I had interest before. I started really living for Christ instead of living for myself. But it wasn't until I recognized that there isn't a single thing in this life that we can do without Him. We need Him. We need to be like 2-year-olds, completely dependent upon the Father for everything good, everything bad, overcoming any situation. You can't do it without Him.